Hey guys, welcome back. Today I've got quite possibly the most exciting Reach and MCC PC news yet. Yeah, knowing details about the game and like how it's gonna play and all that are cool and all, but let's be honest, the one question that we all want to know the answer to more than anything is when can we play it? Well, today I have the answer. To find out, you gotta just leave a like on... Nah, I couldn't do that to you guys, I'm just kidding. Reach is going to be playable on Steam this week if all goes to plan. Yep, that's right, early flighting should be starting this week, but like all previous flights that 343 have done, it's going to start off with only a small subsection of Halo Insiders. This was the case when they were fixing MCC last year. The early builds of the fixed version were only given to a small group of MCC Insiders, probably to test like certain specific features or bugs that they'd fixed, but then, as more updates came out, the pool of insiders got bigger and bigger, so it's not unusual. They said their reasoning for starting off with a small group of insiders testing on PC is because this is testing the game on not only an entirely new platform, but using an entirely new service, Steam, that isn't even their own. They want to ensure that they can actually deliver the content properly in the first place, and to also make sure that communications between testers and devs are clear, and that the testers know how to properly provide feedback and bug reports and the like. They said they've got a build of the game that's almost ready and perfect for initial testing, but that they're just doing some sort of final in-house test to make sure that it's right. Them needing to test a build that's going to be tested later on might seem kind of weird and redundant, but they have to do it to make sure they send out the right build to insiders, because the verification and sort of approval time on Valve's end when they push an update to these builds will likely take a very long time, and if they end up sending out a build that just either flat out doesn't work or has the wrong content in it or whatever, it'll just end up wasting so much time that they can't afford to waste. Basically, the first flight this week is kind of like a beta flight, a flight, if you will, just to make sure that everyone is on the same page and that the testers know what they're doing. So, now you all know the good news, how can you get into this first Reach PC flight? Well, little Jimmy, it's actually very easy. Simply go to haloinsider.com and hit sign up, read the terms and conditions, verify that you're over 18, sign the confidentiality statement, and hit join the program. Fill out all the details on the page, hit continue, and then you get to opt into console and or PC flighting. You can choose to do one or the other or both, but I'll have more on console flighting in just a minute. If you want to test on PC, then you're going to have to submit a DXDiag file, which is just a summary of your PC hardware. Basically, it's nothing bad. Just follow 343's instructions on the page and you can do it really easily. Once you've uploaded the DXDiag, link your Steam account, hit continue, choose the date and times that you're available to flight, and hit complete sign up. And you're done. Easy peasy. Then all you've got to do is just sit there like me, refreshing your email inbox every 5 seconds until you get that glorious flighting invite email. Any second now. Do bear in mind though, when I said that only a few people are going to get to play in this flight, I meant it. Take it from Sketch himself. A very small percentage of the entire insider population are going to be able to play, so if you don't make it into this flight or even the next one, then don't worry, you've not done anything wrong. As it opens up more, you'll just stand a much bigger chance of getting in. But Hidden, what about console flighting? Well, they've barely spoken about it, quite honestly. PC seems to be the priority right now, which is totally understandable, I think, but Sketch replied to somebody on Twitter the other day saying that it is coming and they've not forgotten about it, but right now PC is the priority because it's a more complex procedure. And you know what, whilst we're on the topic of flighting, real quick, let me just touch on something that I'm seeing quite a lot of mainstream games media making fairly clickbait articles about at the moment, and it's actually fooling quite a few people. Infinite flighting, or as they put it, the infinite beta. A lot of these articles sound like they've got a lot more to them than they actually have. The news they're writing about is literally just 2 bullet points from the latest community update that say that Infinite is going to have a flighting program and that it's going to be flighted on console first, but the PC players are going to be treated as first-class citizens. It's all stuff that we've heard before, it's nothing new, so just don't get debated by these articles. Anyways, going back to MCC and Reach stuff, there's some more news that was actually released at E3 that I never got around to covering, and it's something that we've all been curious about since this whole thing was announced. Pricing. So, how are the games going to be priced? Well, if you get Game Pass for PC, which, by the way, is currently very, very cheap, everything will be included as it releases. You'll get all the Halo games coming to MCC PC for free, although beware, I don't know if this applies to Steam or just the Windows Store. If it doesn't apply to Steam, and you still want to play with all the cool guys on Steam, then each game, aside from ODST, is going to set you back $10, and ODST, which apparently right now is just the campaign, is going to set you back $5. You don't have to buy them all either, you can literally just buy the games you want, you can pick and choose, so if you want to just play Reach, then you're going to be spending $10, but let's be honest, you're going to want the full collection. In terms of release date, the article simply just regurgitated what we already know. The games are releasing in a staggered fashion when they're ready. No sooner, no later. And as for MCC PC news, I think that about covers it. Something cool they did mention on the Waypoint article though was that the demand to play Reach at E3 on PC absolutely blew them away. So many people were queuing to play it, in fact, that it was actually causing problems for the rest of the Xbox area, so it's safe to say that despite the delays, the demand is absolutely still there. And also, according to a poll done by IGN, Infinite was also the game that most people were excited for at E3, more so than Borderlands 3, Doom Eternal, and Modern Warfare. And considering we haven't even seen gameplay yet, and the fact that the game is a year and a half out from launch, that's a pretty promising thing to see, if you ask me. All in all, it really does seem like Halo's back on the up at the moment. It really feels like it's ready to explode in popularity again. I mean, hopefully with MCC PC and later Infinite, we back for real this time. And so, that's going to do it for today, fellas. I'm actually going on holiday tomorrow to Tokyo for a week, but don't worry, I've got a really highly requested video that is ready to go live on Saturday that I put quite a lot of time into over the past few days. So, even though I'm going to be on the other side of the world for the next, 6 days, uploads will continue as normal. Fingers crossed that when I land on Her Majesty's royal soil again next week, I'll have an invite to play Reach sat in my inbox. A man can dream. So I want to give a big thank you to all of my amazing patrons for the continued support over there, and thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next one.